Okay, hi friends, Bill McCabe, and we're going to pick up where we left off with the last video. And the last video we did a setup on año dos, and año dos is a stick kata with a middle stick, and it's a vehicle or device that we use to perfect the intermediate disarms. And because I want to talk a little bit about those disarms, I'm going to try to kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone as we go through this kata together. So what I've decided to do is to take the kata and divide it into 4 parts. The kata itself is essentially a set of 12 sequences. Each sequence is an attack, a block, a neutralization, and a counter. To help you get a grip on just how this thing shapes out and to give you a chance to try to copy what's taking place, we're going to do this relatively slow, and in this video, in each of the subsequent ones, I'm going to deal with 3 sequences. So over the course of 4 videos, you'll get 12 sequences in the entire kata. The first 3 sequences look like this, and then I'll show you what they look like as they lay out in the form, then I'll show you what they mean. So I'm here. Like all kata, you have a bow or a ready position. And the ready position is just a neutral position, a comfortable position that you can be in to address any threats. So I'm here, relaxed, set, my bow, my neutral position. My neutral position is the stick is in a well-placed position, protecting my body, and my arm is behind it for leverage and also as backup to the stick. Okay, so this is the rest position, and the kata itself is based on the traditional kata H pattern. And we'll talk more about that in another video, but traditionally, the first attack comes from the left side. So here, I'm going to have one of my friends, Sid, stand off to my left side. I just do my bow. I'm ready. I see no threats in this general area, but I sense motion coming from Sid. He comes forward, and I want you to do the attack to the back of my head, because that's the best target for me, okay? That's the most vulnerable target. If he comes this way, on this side, it's a pretty easy move for me. So he comes around to the vulnerable target, and I neutralize by circling away from his power and capturing the stick. Now, camera person, if you will, come over here. I want you to get a view of this. How I meet him. I meet him at the X. My hand is on the X here. And that's important to give, because that's how you control sticks once you capture somebody. So we go back, and he comes in again, and I'm here. I'm on the X. I lock it, come up, over, down, there's my counter, or I can counter this way, okay? It's just a quick counter to the bony components of the face. So it comes in once again, first move, lock, capture. And this time to come into the counter, just take a look at the hand to see how precise you can get with this capture. I lock it at the X, still have room to maneuver my stick, still have room to capture his. Okay, and I can open him. He comes with the other hand, doesn't really matter. So you still have control of targets. If he kicks, doesn't matter. Okay, one more time. Comes, in, capture. Down, counter. So that's the first move. Thanks, Sid. Appreciate it. So you start the form, set, first move, lock, counter. Again, set, first move, you attack, lock, disarm, counter. Okay, so I'm here. That's stage 1 of the kata of 12 stages. The second stage is I just went to this side and I'm open and vulnerable from this direction from the rear. And the next person is going to be coming from there. And this is Bryan. Bryan's helping me out today. And his best target is right here, the exposed portion of the back of my cranium. Okay, so he goes back, and as he does the move, I go away from his power, and once again, meet at the X. Just as before. And you want to make sure this becomes an instinct for yourself. This just has to be part of what you do whenever you engage somebody. You need to know how to properly meet them so that you can control both sticks. You see here, I'm locking his thumb. See, I can actually use that to pressure up the technique. I'm not doing it because he's my buddy. Okay, but here I'm going to disarm him by continuing the flow of my motion down here. Now right here is my counter. See, by moving his balance forward, I'm dropping him into the counter. It just adds to the force that I want to release onto him. So we're going to show you the whole thing without interruption so you can see how it might unfold. I'll use a stick that you can see. So the first one, I just take care of this guy. He comes in, block, around. Okay, so neutralize, next thread is right up the middle. Soft target. So Sid's going to take the soft target, he comes in, and it's going to be right in the left spot. Okay, go back again. He comes. First thing I do is I go away from the power. When he comes, I go away from the power. One more time, he comes, block. As I block, straight or cobra, wrap around, control, balance there if I want to use it, and count. See what I'm doing there as I swing, since I'm affecting his balance so that he can't move away from the strike. So I'm locking him into position. Again, I just neutralize Bryan. She comes in, I'm here. There's the disarm and the counter. This time I'll do the repeat. This time I let go of his hand, which is also counter. So let's talk about the disarm. And then we'll have Bob on the camera come in. So she comes in, I'm here. It's a disarm. Counterclockwise with my left hand. Counterclockwise, counterclockwise. I go to 12 o'clock and I drop the 6. Okay? One more time. He comes in. Here, counterclockwise. I go to 12 o'clock, I drop the 6. That's all I need to do. You see, if he comes at me with that hand, because I've got control of the balance, I'm going to put too much stress on his elbow there, but you can see how that works. You have the option of doing the balance break or the straight disarm. If I just go 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock, I'm doing a disarm, which is okay. Again, 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and as I go to 9 o'clock, watch what happens. I always do a balance break. I always want to break the attacker's balance so that I keep him stationary for a moment while I counter. As I go to 9 o'clock, you'll see his body tilting in that direction with my move. See it? So you want to incorporate that ability in everything that you do with RDs. Okay, now we're going to go back to the top, back to move number 1. And we'll have Bryan over here for our city number 1. Some of you who have some degree of experience with weapons will look at this and say, well, that's not street effective, or that's too slow, or it won't work in actual combat. And the deal is this. You want to have great technique derived from great basics. There are a lot of people who can do 7 or 8 really good moves in a quick, free-flowing situation, but they don't have anything past that. So if they get stuck, they find themselves in a 50-50 type confrontation where everybody's doing the same against everybody else. You want to develop a package of skills where you can completely neutralize an attack and have freedom of movement of your own. So I'm going to show you here what derives from these types of moves. So Bobby, if you come in closer with the camera, see that's his first attack. I'm here. Okay. Up, down. This time I'm not even grabbing. He comes in, I'm just meeting, disarm. You see how quick it is. He comes in, I'm here. So over time, you get very efficient with these. He comes in, I'm here. I have a weapon, he comes in, I'm here. I don't have a weapon, he comes in, I'm here. Okay? You can sort of see it. I don't want to hurt his arm there. So that's
hurt my neck, it's fine.
Comes in, here, open. So that's just an example of some of the variations and permutations that become part of your repertoire over time. But you have to be patient. You have to get the basics tight so that you know what's driving the forces underneath all these things. You know, a lot of people have moves and have speed and have strength and muscles, but they don't understand the energies underneath, and that's what you have to get built into your mind. So, same thing, Bryan comes over here, and he does number two again. Number two, here. Same move. It's the same energy. See, I let go of my stick. Same energy. Up. Same thing. Okay? Same thing. Same thing. Same energy. One stick into it. He comes in. One hand. Comes in. One hand. That's the same move that we're doing with number three, except we're going clockwise and we're doing the cobra. He comes in, lead him, flash hands if you do Tai Chi. Here, down. I have the weapon if I want to count. Okay, you get the idea. Next attacker, number three, if you will. Sits back in. I'm here. Again, he comes in. Again, same move. Comes in. Comes in. Comes in.
That one captures the tongue.
Yeah, what I want to do is push without actually snapping. And you can sort of see how it works. Here. Just roll it over, come back and do it this way. In that case, number three is becoming number two. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I roll it over, he's here, I go high, sorry about that, high, roll it over, now he's in the position Bryan was a second ago, I do the release. Or, comes in, I go low, high, and push up. You can get as creative with these things as you want to be. The deal is once you have the basics and you start to feel the flow of the energies, those flows are within you all the time. Okay. So there's not a lot here to dedicate your time to. If you just take these three moves, and remember, you start out in ready position, first left, then right, then center. Watch your foot, left, right, center. You can work that with enough repetitions before we meet the next time that you'll be ready for the next block. So until then, have a good week or a month or however long it takes before we meet again. And till then, do well and stay well.